I grew up in Cleveland, Ohio, and by far, Ohio was my absolute favorite state of all the states I went through because it was flat, and I had a nice tailwind. But when I was going through Ohio, we went 3 miles in the wrong direction, uphill, at the hottest part of the day. This happened 3 different times. And every time it happened, I made sure to say the exact same thing to my crew. I told them, it's okay. This was our van. You can see Kenny in the back. There's our driver and navigator. And when we got lost, they'd pull me aside. I'd pull over. They'd take my bicycle, and they'd put it up on the roof rack. I'd get in the front seat. They would call the race director, and they would tell him that we were lost, where we took a wrong turn, and where we were going back to. Hey, let's face it, it doesn't look good for the bicycle guy riding in the seat of the car. That's not a good visual. But they go back to where we got lost, and then we start over again. And every time I told them, don't worry about it, because everyone's going to make a mistake. I said, come on, we're getting tired. Everybody gets tired. It's okay to make mistakes. The question is, let's try hard not to make them too many times, and let's try hard to catch them quicker. And that's what we did. Now, one time, when we were going through Kansas, we were on our way to Wichita. The van pulled up to the gas station. There's a 7-Eleven in the middle of nowhere. And the RV pulled up at the same time, and they filled up both the tanks. People went in and out to use the bathroom, so forth. They all left, and guess who they left behind? Kenny Gates. 3 hours. And his cell phone was in the back of the van on silent mode in his knapsack. And he didn't memorize anyone's phone number on the crew. He had no money. He had some V8, but he had no money. And nobody knew where, the guys in the van and the RV, they thought he was in the van thought he was in the RV. And then finally, a competing crew came, and they saw him. They felt bad for him, and they gave him some food and some money. But they gave him a cell phone with the number for the race director. They called the race director called the van got the crew chief, and how'd you like to bet in the van to go back to pick up Kenny Gates? But good teams forgive each other, and they don't hold grudges, and they realize that you're going to make mistakes, and they move on. And you know what happened after this? The very next stop, they pulled over in a Walmart. They bought 11 Sharpies. Everybody took off their shoe, opened up the bottom of the sole, and they wrote 5 cell phone numbers down on the bottom of their shoe. You learn from your mistakes. That's what happens when you screw up. You learn from it, and you get better, and you get stronger. And that's what our team was doing. We had, like you, a team filled with problem solvers. When you have problem solvers on your team, people that will figure it out, will learn and move on, that's the kind of people you want on your team. That's what everyone here in this room is. That's why you are working for this organization, because you're motivated, you're positive, and you know how to solve problems. And no matter what happens, and we could have never predicted that that would be something that would happen to us.